Alright, I'm going to do a quick video for this question. Actually, the student asking me about if this shaded region is going to rotate 360 no matter on the y-axis or x-axis, what will it be? I mean, what is the volume? So yes, so this question, actually I'm going to teach you how to find the volume. So the first thing you have to do over here is you have to separate this one into two different parts. When I say two different parts, what do I mean here is, yeah, this one will be your first part. So this part I'm going to call it part A. Okay, part A. And then you should have the second part here. Okay, so here I'm going to call it part B. So this part is going to rotate also. This is part B. Okay, what will happen here is, if the whole thing rotates 360 degrees on the x-axis, the part A itself actually it will become a cylinder. You just assume you have something look like this, look like rectangle. And if this rectangle rotates 360 degrees, what will it be? It actually will become a cylinder. So this is the volume of the cylinder. Yeah, it will become a cylinder, even though it doesn't look like, but this is a cylinder. Okay, let me just do a nice one. So basically, this one will be the radius of a cylinder. You should have a cylinder look like this. Okay, yeah, definitely this one is a base as well lah, but then it doesn't look like that, so it's fine. So you have a cylinder. So cylinder, this is your surface area of the cylinder, and then what I want you to understand basically is, okay, this one will be the radius. I mean, from here to here is a radius. So if you see the circle, here to here is a radius, isn't it? So here to here is the height of the cylinder. So yeah, just in case you do not know what is cylinder, basically cylinder will look something like this. Alright, so yeah, of course in this case the cylinder actually like free to look a little bit like this. Okay, so the radius is here and this one will be the height. So basically the rectangle, I mean the A after he rotate already is actually will become a cylinder. So of course you should know the volume of cylinder formula. Cylinder basically is equals to pi r square h. Alright, so if I want to find my A over here, the volume basically is, okay, pi, I just use a pi. So my R, I say that R basically is 0 to 9. So my R is 9 here, square. And my height basically is 0 to 1, so which is 1. So my volume of A here should be 81 pi. Alright, this is how actually we find the volume of A. And then for volume of B, it should be quite easy because you already learned how to integrate a curve. Alright, so if I integrate a curve here, so what will happen is, this curve actually will give me, okay, sort of mixed with the cone. Actually, it should be a cone if you touch the x-axis, but in this case, because it doesn't touch the x-axis, so it should look like this. But then for curve, actually you don't need to worry so much. So the first thing is, of course you will need to know about the equation of the curve, which is 9 over x squared. And then for curve, what you need to do is, if you rotate 360 degrees on the x-axis, you just apply the formula for it. So if you rotate on x-axis, I mean, yeah, let me change to the white color. I prefer white color because it's higher contrast. So if rotate on x-axis, yeah, 360 degrees. Okay, so if you rotate on x-axis 360 degrees, so what will happen is, you just do something like volume equals to pi, leave the pi r's, and then it will be AB, and then this one will be dx. If rotate on the x-axis, it will be dx, and here will be the y square. Alright, so if rotate on the y-axis, so it will just slightly different. If rotate, just teach you about the formula, because some student is confused all the time. Rotate on y-axis 360 degree. Your volume is still the same pi, and then a to b, and then here be dy. Here you need to make the x as a subject, and then you need to square it. Okay, this is the difference between rotate on the x-axis and rotate on the y-axis. Okay, let's say this case, if you rotate on the x-axis, so what will happen is, okay, of course I will erase this thing. Okay, so what will happen is I will say equals to pi, and my a to b is obviously from 1 to 3, so it will be 1 to 3. And I don't have the y square, but I have my y here. Y is 9 over x squared. So I will square this one, dx. So I will do a quick one for this thing. So I will just multiply it in first, expand here. This one should be 81 over x power 4. So over x power 4, I will say this is x power negative 4 and dx. And then from here onward, I will actually integrate it. So when I integrate it, actually the method is 81. Power plus 1, negative 4 plus 1 will be negative 3. And then divided by negative 3. Alright, and then this one will be 1 to 3. Okay, if you understand so far, and I will just continue. So basically this one, if I simplify, is basically it will look like this. I simplify, I get 27. This one should be negative 27 over x power of 3. Alright, so 3, 1. And then what I do it here is, I'm curious. If I get a negative, maybe I just change it to the positive, nothing very special here. So I just add a modulus it, because our volume cannot be negative. So I will see this is negative 27 over 3 power of 3, which is 27, minus negative 27 over 1 power of 3, which is 1. Okay, this is just a modulus, just to prevent. So this one is negative 1 plus 27. So I guess negative 1 plus 27, this is just 26 pi. Alright, so if this is 26 pi, so what you need to do is you just sum them together. You want to find the total volume of the shaded region A and B. So you should know this. This one is basically the volume for B. So you want to find the total, maybe you just sum them together. So the volume of shaded region is just equals to 81 pi plus 26 pi, and then you should get 107 pi. This one should be the final answer. If you want the centimeter, you just change in the centimeter cube. It depends on the unit given on the question, but because the question the student just snapped a photo to me, so I don't have much detail. So what I can say is, first thing is, whenever rotate the rectangle, you will get a cylinder. So please remember the cylinder formula is very useful for you in this topic. So it's pi r square h. Okay, it's not pi square. Okay, so let me just rewrite it again. So volume equals to pi r square h for cylinder. Alright, so same thing. Because before I end this video, just let me move on a little bit more. Just now we actually learned about how to rotate a cylinder. So let's say, how to rotate a rectangle. So let's say if you have a triangle, and then this triangle maybe rotate on the x-axis 360 degree. So when triangle rotate 360 degree, basically you will actually get a cone, isn't it? You will get a cone. So if you get a cone, you just need to apply the cone formula, which is 1 over 3 pi r square h. Right, so you should know which one is your r and which one is the h. So in this case, since I already in this pattern, so this is your, this one will be your r, isn't it? So your r is basically from this value to this value. Maybe in this case, I will say 0 to a. Okay, so or I call this one 9. So your r is basically 9. And then this one, let's say let's say this one is from 5 to 1, so here is 4, so your height basically is 4. Do you see that? So therefore you can actually apply the cone formula for triangle. If triangle rotate 360, it will become a cone. So you just apply it, you will get 1 over 3 pi. My r is 9, so it will be 9 square, my h is 4. So you just simplify this one, you actually get 81. Yeah, it's quite a big number. 81 multiplied 4, it will be 324. So it will be 324 pi over 3. Yeah, this is what happens when you rotate a triangle and a rectangle. I don't think you will rotate something like trapezium. Yeah, I mean in SPM level, only will rotate about triangle and rectangle and then a curve. Alright. At the same time, just a little bit extra before I end this video. If this one is the, if this one, okay, if like this, you basically you will get a triangle. Yeah. In this case, you can actually integrate the straight line. If you have the straight line, let's say the straight line is y equals mx plus c, you can actually find the volume by integrate the equation of the straight line. So you use back the same thing, which is the pi. Leave the pi outside, and then this one will be y squared and dx. That means you basically substitute your here and then you square it. Yeah, but then normally for triangle, I will actually if you rotate 360 degrees, I will actually use the cone formula, which is faster and easier. But I just want to let you know, you can integrate the straight line as well. If you have the equation of the straight line, you will get the same value when you do the cone formula. Alright, this is just a very short video to explain about how to do the volume for rectangle, triangle, and the curve and the straight line. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.